All right. Oh, we're starting.
One, two, three. Wayne's World. No. Hello, everybody. This is the Walking Taco Show with my friend Joe and old friend Johnny. Welcome, everybody, to this gorgeous Saturday podcast. Anybody want to shout out to anybody real quick? Say
Hoorah,
hello.
guy. I
There you
just
go.
happy to see everybody. I mean, I'm not seeing anybody, but they're all seeing me. So just glad
Yeah.
they're there.
We love you.
Yeah.
You're a
I'm
nice
just stoked to be here.
soul.
I saw y'all started this podcast and I wanted to jump on it from day one. So I'm glad y'all got me on here finally.
We're happy to have you on. The more, the merrier.
We need somebody
And
with some of that southern charm, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Florida count as like southern? Do you guys roll yourself in
Absolutely
with
not.
that? No.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, if you're like in the panhandle,
Uh-huh.
you're basically Alabama. But no, where I'm at, it's like farther south you go, like the more northern you are.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
unless
Less
you're
spice
like
in the
yeah,
Waffle
a
House.
real
retirement
big dude
communities,
like
huh?
me. What's that?
Retirement communities,
It gets there. Yeah.
like
And
New
then
Yorkers. I'm assuming.
yeah, we got a lot of New York style pizza joints where I'm from. It's legit.
I do like pizza. Yeah, pizza's hard to come by here in California. To be honest with you, not a
Yeah,
lot of good pizza here in California. Joe should know.
Yeah. So same with Washington. It's slim pickings.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like The Rock, which is like you don't go there for the pizza;
No. Yeah,
it's
if
a
you're not
bar.
getting a bucket of
Yeah,
alcohol,
yeah.
then
The
there's no
bucket.
reason to be there.
Yeah, or the lava lamp.
The lava lamp. Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's been a minute.
Uh, did
You
you
ever
ever
been
go
there?
to the Viking?
I don't
What's
know if
that?
we ever took Johnny to the Viking.
Viking. Where's that at?
It's in Lacey, just kind of next to Olympia. I remember maybe we went with Diaz, uh,
DA.
the
Which one?
Chubby Diaz, not
That was
not
yeah.
yeah. Uh, and we almost got like lost out. So, but that would probably have been the only time if you would have made it. But I don't know if you would have. It's one of those trashy, scummy bars, bad karaoke. There's a lady wearing like a denim vest in the corner that's like 60, chain
Yeah,
smoking, trying to like pick up on every guy that walks through.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
sort of place.
The only person I have ever heard to talk about it besides you, Joe, was old Dino, old Dane. I
Oh
can't
yeah.
say last names because it's,
Right,
but
or
old Dane, old
Dane. Let's
Dino
just say
used to
Dane
show up
N.
there all the time.
Or no, Dane N. They might figure that one out. Let's just say D Norris, and then that'll be.
Dean Norris. Yeah.
North. Okay.
Got to
Huh.
tippy toe around the podcast legalization kind of shit here.
North.
You remember him? That big tall
Yeah,
guy? Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
That dude will throw
Yeah.
you
Basically,
on the
he's like
bus
Daniel
so quick.
Toss in a uniform.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man. I found out so much, dude. He didn't only do shady shit to people he did not like, but did shady shit to people underneath of him, and that he
Yeah,
actually was always would be like, "Oh man, I like you." So
yeah,
much shit. I unraveled so much shit once he left, I re-enlisted and became a squad leader and second platoon. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Sergeant James came back and visited on his way out, and he was like, "Hey, Stat, now that you can do this, let me show you this stuff." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was pretty upset, pretty upset.
Yeah.
Um,
Oof.
and what Joe keeps up with a lot of people, like Gregory.
Yeah.
Oh, Gregory, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny is I don't keep up with you. I feel like I just have one of those faces where people try to keep up with me, so they'll like talk to me because
Yeah.
I'm a pretty hermit type of person, so I just kind of like stay here.
Well, you're Doc. You're locked in on a lot of these soldiers' minds. They came to you
He's got
for ibuprofen.
I
They
know.
needed that shit.
Maybe I wish I had like a weird foot thing based off of the number of like feet that I had to kind of like look at and take care
For
of.
sure.
I'm very,
Absolutely.
very intimate with a lot of parts of men in our
Yeah.
platoon that would otherwise
Jake
never have seen the
Doc.
sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
definitely seen
Yeah.
my brown hole once or twice. So
Yeah.
Which
So
is the
I
name of your tattoo. It's we call it
yeah,
the brown hole.
the brown hole.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, that was fun. That was a breakdown in communication between the medical team at 423. Go figure. That was a horrible situation.
Hero.
But yeah, that was always good. I mean, what else is there to catch up? You know, who I always people try to like bring up to me if I ever somebody calls me or we talk about the old days is somebody is always like, man, who is that one guy who literally could not do anything for himself, who like washed his clothes but didn't dry his clothes, packed them into a wet bag, put it on the side of the striker, and like we didn't even realize it until like his bag started smelling. You remember
No,
Andrew
it sounds like a
Austinson?
Salazar. Oh, yeah. Austin,
Yeah.
man.
Was
Talk
he a
about
small
Sergeant
kid?
G's favorite person. Like for no reason gets AAMs. Hey, you know what? You're a shitbag. You wiped your ass today. AAM guy.
Hell yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
Austin was
really.
just happy to
I
be there.
remember the name. I don't remember the face. Honestly, was he like that blonde kid?
He was like, you know, in every World War II movie, there's that one, yeah, kind of like young guy who's there, who's like, well,
Yeah.
I just came from like, you know, West Mainland, Iowa, and then they're gonna get shot the second they hit the beach and
Yeah.
die a horrible death. That was Austin. So,
Yeah.
like,
You reminded me of my sister.
Mhm. He was
Yeah.
he was from Washington though.
yeah,
Um,
he was, yeah.
lives
Okay.
in Texas now. The only reason why I know that is because his dad offered me a job. They do construction,
Yeah.
and like I guess like he was picking Austinson's brain about who they could offer jobs to because he's trying to hire reliable military guys. Some
Yeah.
reason my name came up, and I was like, no, I'm enlisted in DEF, so you're not gonna see me working construction anytime soon. But yeah, in Texas. Yeah, weird cat. He was from Washington. Ross and I went with him tubing. I don't know who else went with us, but it was so sketchy that when we went to go buy ice and beer at the gas station, the person was like, "What are you boys up to?" And I'm like, "I guess we're my friends from here. We're gonna go tubing on this river." He's like, "You boys be careful out there." And I'm like
Mm.
getting a weird feeling. I was like, "Oh, what's up with the river?" And he's like, "Oh, somebody drowned there last weekend." And we get on the river, and it was not like you think lazy river. I'm sure in Florida you float rivers like we do in Iowa, just really nice, smooth. There's
Yeah.
no rapids, none of that. The worst thing you have to worry about is the Copperhead or something like that. These
Yeah.
rivers, my man, frigid cold. It feels like you're whitewater rafting,
Yeah.
holding on to dear life. The cooler of beer smashed a rock. Probably first 5 minutes, shattered everywhere. Everything
Oh
was
no.
gone. People were getting pulled under. We ended up
Ooh.
calling it early and like pulling out because we went underneath this highway and like people pulled over and thought we needed like we're in distress. And I was like, no, we just got
Am
done
I allowed to
tubing.
swear on that? We
Oh yeah,
swearing? All
swear
right.
away.
Fuck yeah. So actually, I never went like tubing in Florida when I was, growing up there. But when I was in Washington, we'd go on the Green River up there. That's a real nice, mellow river. There's a couple spots where it's like little, some rocks are sticking up, but it's real mellow. But it's also apparently where the Green River Killer dropped all those bodies.
Yeah.
Man, it was a good time.
Yeah. If you
Good,
look
good
past the horrific history of it, it's very nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It takes 9 hours to do like the trip that we did. And you float a river, like you're drinking all day, fucking having a great time, and then you stand up at the end, you're like, whoa, who's driving? Because it ain't me.
Yeah. Like,
Good time.
the craziest thing happened, I guess, as after you left. So my ranger buddy, um, what's his full name? I can't remember his full name. Ended up, I come into battalion Monday morning after a weekend, right? And you never know what people know that you did after the weekend. So
Yeah.
I get a call. They're like, "Hey, Sergeant Major needs to see you in his office right now." I'm just like, I'm an E4, and I'm just like, "Oh shit, what did they find out?"
Yeah.
And I go in there, and he's like, "Hey, Stack, sit down, relax. We have to debrief you on the situation." I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Apparently, my ranger buddy, who was from Fort Lewis, I think he was from ACO, and you go through pre-ranger with them and stuff like that, murdered his girlfriend
Oh
with a
shit.
vacuum cleaner. A vacuum cleaner. All right. So if
Yeah.
hey, if anybody out there is listening, wants to buy a high quality vacuum,
Yeah.
durable, useful for anything, Dyson.
Yeah,
Dyson.
absolutely. Yeah. Was it
I
like
guess.
the one with the ball on the bottom?
Oh,
Or is it
I'm
like the
not for
stick?
sure. I do know it was the Dyson because it was like
It
described.
had to
You
be the
can.
big one. I can't imagine
Yeah.
bludgeoning. I couldn't because
I
I
don't
had
think
the
he
stupid
bludgeoned
little
her.
stick.
I think
I
he
had the
like
little stick
shoved her
ones.
with it. Shoved her with it down the stairs. You can read the police report.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Shoved her with it down the stairs. She fell. Jumped on top of her, took the hose, cranked it around her neck,
Oh,
killed her.
wow.
And he
That's
actually, I mean,
that's
he's
And
probably.
this
aggravating.
is your best friend, right? This is the person you closely associate with. That you
So
are
here's the.
his ride or die, right? Is that where this is?
Hey, they're Ranger buddies, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He actually did not talk that much. So like he spoke like Rodriguez type English. So it was broken English. Did not talk that much. I ended up breaking my foot while
Yeah.
we were doing the PT test. Like we were doing slick boat runs. So you're either carrying a body or running with the slick boat.
Yeah.
And I broke my foot, so I couldn't carry the body because I was like limping really bad and holding them, but I could hold the boat. And the
Who's gonna
few
carry the
words he
boat,
ever,
you know?
and
Worlds.
he stuck up for me. I will say he's a good guy. He was just like, "Hey, Stack's a good guy. I know him from 423. He'll make up for it."
If
Everybody
Yeah.
anybody
agreed.
would come
Everybody
come
agreed.
behind a body or anything, it would be
Boom.
this guy right here.
Hey, don't carry
I
that
get out of
body for
Rangers,
you.
right? Everybody finds out I break my foot. There's no way I passed, right? So end up, we're hanging out on the weekend. I get back. I get like a couple of days off because of going to Rangers a big deal, I guess. And
Yeah.
then get called in the next Monday. I guess he failed too, the day after me, I guess, and then came back, killed his girlfriend,
Hmm.
all over an
Struck made fun of
Xbox.
him for failing.
Probably,
Yeah.
I mean, respectively so.
Yeah.
No, it's all over an Xbox.
It's
I
kind of
think the
fucked up,
story
but
says
shit.
she broke his Xbox and then take away
Hmm.
from person's hobbies.
And he's just he missed out on his tab. Now he doesn't have an Xbox.
No,
So
yeah, he's in like Leavenworth. He actually pled guilty. They tried to his lawyer tried to like get him off for like temporary insanity. This is all I can say. Like I can't from my
he's got a
experience,
lot.
he was a nice guy. But yeah, murdered his girlfriend. He said he denied. He was like, "No, I want the book thrown at me. I deserve this." Like when they showed up, he said he went through a PTSD trip and was trying to revive her, but he declined it. And he's like, "No, I confess guilty." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I had to give a statement, a character statement to Jag, and I was like, I don't know what you guys want me to say.
Yeah.
This make me sound really bad. This makes me sound really bad because I was just like, as far as I knew, he was a nice stand-up dude. Like,
Bro, I would have been like, hey, great guy, but I'm gonna decline that. Because
Hey, I will
he's
say also though,
admitted
this
to
is
it.
a bold choice, right? Normally we start off with with something like "What's good in your life?" or "What's going on," and we're going
Yeah.
straight to your
Murder.
best friend murdering their wife
Hey,
with a vacuum cleaner.
there's some great murder mystery podcasts out
That
there.
is
So,
true.
you know, we'll see how the walking taco fucking fares to those ones.
Yeah.
this episode will just be called reminiscing army stories. That's what we'll call it because
Yeah.
it's so hard because it's so nice to talk to you again. We get just
Yeah.
caught up in this stuff. It's hard to even have an agenda when you come on to the podcast. So we'll get better. We'll get better.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely lock in a legit theme in future endeavors.
Oh yeah,
But
we've done video reviews, like short clips. We should get into doing some more of that because there's some funny ones out there that I've been stockpiling.
okay, like
This summer.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 style stuff.
Oh yeah, I got the newest one. I'll tell you. Look up crippling hot sauce on Instagram.
Okay,
It's pretty funny.
I'll,
And this
I'll
handicapped guy made some hot
remember.
sauce as like a joke, and then today he said something about walking taco, and he's like, "Oh, I've heard my hot sauce is good on walking taco. Too bad I've never walked with a taco." He's in a wheelchair, but it's funny. But we'll start doing things like that.
Okay,
Joe's like snickering down there. He's like, "This is what you do when I'm at work teaching
Hey,
young
I'm
minds."
out there
Like
shaping the youth, the minds of the youth of America, and you're
Heck yeah.
that will
also on Instagram. But
Yeah.
I'm pretending to be busy.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
do such a great job, Joe. I'm going to let you know society is going so well right now. I have to give you a pat on the back for
I take
everything that you
100% full
do.
credit. I will
Yeah.
say though, I do think about because I see like all my high school students, and I assume like they go on to become citizens that vote and
Oh,
impact
you're a
things.
high school teacher? Oh
Yeah, and
man.
I'm like the number of kids who are skipping like history and civics. You really should go to that class, and they're like, "It's fine."
Yeah.
All right.
What are you teaching?
I teach drama.
I like it.
Yeah, so I do that, and then I also have like a shop class. So just basically
Nice.
and all that is keeping kids from electrocuting themselves and chopping off their fingers.
Yeah.
So
You tell them who to vote for and all that?
well, basically, I just tell them to
Yes.
me. I'm like, write me in,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it's yet to happen.
I mean, they could have. You just
Yeah.
didn't. We didn't
Yeah.
register in the
No,
grand scheme of things.
Exactly. Although
yeah.
again, they're theater kids, so like they know who they're voting for well in advance, and there's like there's that.
Yeah. I bet they're real excited about Wicked, right?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, there was
Super
just a
stoked.
week of them just going and then going into just spontaneously singing throughout the class. I was going a little crazy.
Yeah.
but apparently Ariana 8 is what they're telling me, so that's great.
Ariana 8? Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's they did really well.
Yeah. There were no
Gotcha.
crumbs. There were no crumbs. No.
Yeah. Okay. Finger licking good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Throw that one at him. You know?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny is I don't know, you guys don't see it as much, but all the kids are dressing exactly like how we used to dress in high school. So It's all just like baggy jeans, Linkin Park shirt.
Oh.
They're starting to spike their hair, frost the tips. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
I don't know what this obsession with Linkin Park is. They were never good.
No.
Just because Chester died, like it makes me wonder, was Nirvana that good?
Oh yeah, I think so. Although I do get nostalgic for Linkin Park. Anytime One Step Closer to the Edge comes on, I'm ready to start like shadow punching, start boxing in the corner.
Yeah.
Get my puka shell necklace and my really thick leather like band watch.
Yeah, the thing, yeah. Or the ball necklace.
There's also a lot of unironic juggalos, which is really kind of disturbing. The kids that like ICP or
Stantons.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, you remember our sister Eric Cayley?
No,
you guys remember him at all? No.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, there's so many stories that I wish I could tell, but I can't because of like HIPAA violations. But yeah, I remember Eric.
The juggalos is his thing. She's outside. What was I? But so Joe will have we got 7 minutes left, boys.
Okay.
This will change. I'm gonna next month we're gonna upgrade it and we'll have unlimited time. It just takes a while to get that certification.
There's like time limit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, there is. It's a 45-minute time limit, I believe. Just for the recording aspect.
Yeah.
Just because the software we're using, we used to play around with different software, and Joe and I figured that out real quick when we shot like 3 episodes. Just worthless episodes, and those were some of our best.
Right. Except for that one where we started doing we like would put on makeup and the color filters were off, so it just really darkened everything we did. We had to cut that whole episode. That was bad. But we'll have to make tutorials in the future too. I think those will be fun. I was trying to do like a stage thing. So I do acting too now too. So it's just like how to
make some content.
Set all that up.
We're starting to work. Joe has to tell. So here's the thing, John. Let's talk about Joe. We'll go back to Joe, and maybe this will take another episode.
John is here as like the guest guy.
Yeah, that's true.
John's here. I don't want to.
We have more stories.
Anything. I want to just sit here and every once in a while ask a dumb question. But like the whole hand go inside? Is that how it works? That sort of thing.
I do have 2 questions we have to get to John because he's just doing so well. We see you crushing it in the military, buddy. Proud of you. Thank you for your service. The rest
Oh
of
yeah,
us are
thank you
lazy
for your
pieces of shit.
service.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks for support.
You're a hero.
Let's talk about First Forum. I'm seeing a lot of veterans do that stuff right now. See the shirt, buddy? I love it.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that? What's that?
So First Form, I'm a Legionnaire with First Form. Think of it like a like an ambassador type program. Um, really just rep their gear and their supplements. I've got some decent training on their supplements and how people can actually improve their lives, have not long lasting results, and get better, bigger, better, stronger. Right? One second. Hey, yeah. All right, go on. Sorry.
So
I
is
have
this
a little
like
bit
is this
smaller
stuff that
on top.
I could use, or is this for like active people who are like?
No, there's definitely things you could use. They have like supplements from just like multivitamins all the way through to like test boost and shit like that. So really, it just depends on what your goals are, what you're trying to do. And we
I
could
just want to be
definitely,
able to wake up, not like hurt everywhere. That would be like
yeah,
ideal, you know.
I could definitely help you with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
All
First
right, and
one,
then dude, I'll back you. I'm a blind supporter of Friends. We all know that. All right, and then second question.
I mean, yeah, you tried to get that murder guy off of.
yeah, exactly.
Loyalty. I got
Loyalty.
ones on my NCOER. Okay, all
Yeah.
ones, especially for loyalty. Let's not talk about our war crimes, Joe. I've seen you do some shady shit.
Yeah.
I'd intentionally take the egg omelet out of one MRE and put it in another, which I think is honestly the worst thing you could do to somebody.
Okay, let's talk about Team RWB. What does that stand for?
Yeah.
And it's a veteran program, correct?
Yeah. So Team Red, White, and Blue. It's actually, boom, right there. That's our little logo. And be greater than yesterday. That's something different. So give me kid left the door open. So it's a veteran organization, nonprofit organization, to improve the like health and wellness of veterans and active duty. Colorado, I was fortunate to find like a really good chapter here. They do a lot of stuff like, I mean, there's a lot of run stuff like people kind of associate with a run club type thing, but I've been doing like kettlebell stuff with the local chapter. They're doing like a Old Glory relay right now where they're gonna run a flag from, I believe, San Diego all the way to DC. It's either San Diego or San Francisco, one of those two. They're going to run it across the whole state. They're trying to do it in like 15 days, and that's in May. But just really just doing things for veterans. Like actually, next month, I'm going to the University of Health and Performance. It's like a certified personal trainer program. It's like a 3-week thing, and I'm getting it for free through RWB. So it's like a $10,000 scholarship they hooked me up with. And that was like the first week I joined the organization. So definitely check that out. And if you're a veteran,
Very cool.
You can even be a supporter and they'll join. So
you run the distance, and I'll send you whatever donations you want. All right, as long as I get a T-shirt, it'll help.
okay.
But thanks for that. No, we're getting more into this. Final minute here, boys. We're definitely gonna have you on. We'll do something next week. But this is really fun. We're gonna get towards it. We're eventually getting a lot better at this podcast. People keep telling me that, and we've had quite a bit of views on the last video. But it has been great chatting with you. Great catching up. Anybody have a last minute message?
I'm happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, be excellent to each other.
Absolutely. Be greater than yesterday. I don't know if it's backwards for y'all.
No, I can see it.
Cool.
It's perfect for me, left to right. But thank you, boys, so much. Take care, everybody. Love you guys.
All right, man. Love you too.
If you're thinking of somebody, call somebody. Never know if it can change a life. All right. Take care, boys. I'll talk to you on the flip side.